the story starts out. All right, so the story opens with Jin Kazama. Do you guys know the characters of Tekken? Jin Kazama.
He was my first true
Lampshade
love.
Man.
Yeah.
I fell in love with that man when I was a child.
Jin
My
is
first
right.
crush.
Well, you're going to
No
love
second.
this, Watts, because he goes, Jin's riding his motorcycle through the war-torn streets when he sees his father, Kazuya, casually...
Does he have a hoodie on?
No, but his hair is immaculate.
Okay. Well, acceptable.
He sees...
I'll
So
take it.
Jin sees his father, Kazuya, casually cruising around in his helicopter, just like 20 feet off the ground, like on the streets of Tokyo, just as you do when you're a baller,
As you do.
billionaire,
And you get really good wind effects.
Yeah. Jin, of course, sees his father, swerves his motorcycle, jumps it off a destroyed police car, rides it vertically up a 10-story brick building, right? Just straight up the brick building, hits the cornice, so now he has jumped off of the vertical and is now upside down, whips around, grabs his motorcycle, and yeets it at the helicopter, which, of course, smashes into the helicopter. The helicopter crashes to the ground, blows up, huge explosion. And then after the crash, Kazuya just does this like slow, cool guy walk out of the fiery inferno. He's completely unscathed because he's the motherfucking boss. He then says some mean shit to his son, and the first round of the first fight begins, right? That's all the prologue to the first round of the fight, right?
Wow. Is this a story mode?
Yeah, this is like the very beginning. And like, I'm not trying to spoil anything. There's spoiling stuff that happens. This is just like action, and it's like just the demo, right? So after you beat Kazuya's corporate ass in round 1, a missile comes out of nowhere. Just nowhere. Like, there's no context to where this missile is coming from.
A missile?
Yeah, it just boom, right between the two of you while you're still faced off. Blows up. Jin, who's completely unaffected by the blast, is left kind of searching for his deadbeat dad in the smoke. Kazuya, who's, he's the CEO of Mushima Corporation, he does what CEOs do, and he tries to sucker punch his son. He just kind of like walks out of the smoke and tries to sucker punch his son. Like
that's
a CEO.
What they're known for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This triggers a quick time event, but lucky for Jin, my cat-like reflexes save his trust fund ass on the third try. Round 2 of the fight then commences.
I like that.
Round 2, right? After you whip Kazuya's ass again, as the prophecy foretold, Kazuya brings up some old shit about some dumb genocide that Jin doesn't even like talking about. Jin gets mad, causing a massive crystal to erupt from his forehead and some wings to appear from his back.
Oh, the wings, of course.
That starts round 3 of the fight, right?
Is this a Dark Souls game?
Yeah. It looks a little like one sometimes.
Is there kind of like lore to why everyone has powers when it comes to Tekken?
This is the 8th game, and actually, if you go, there's like a theater mode, and you can watch the stories for the previous 7 games, so you can catch up.
Oh,
right.
Like there's like an explanation for why people can like ride up a building.
Not a satisfactory one.
Okay.
So after the third round, Jin busts Kazuya's ass the third time, which is surprisingly easy because I'm using the new simplified control scheme, which is basically like auto
I didn't know
combats.
they added that.
Yeah, easy auto combos. You can like
Street Fighter-esque.
Very Street Fighter-esque. Like there's even like kind of super moves, and you can switch that on and off like during the middle of a fight, which is kind of nice.
I thought you said super boobs for a second.
Also super
now
boobs.
That's a game me and Mylan have been playing.
In one moment.
Yeah.
So now that he's got this crystal coming out, like he's got this new like kind of crystal therapy power, he uses his magic to throw 3 cars at once at Kazuya. He then blasts him with his brain laser, and he picks him up by the dome. Like he picks him up like by the top of the dome, like you'd pick up a baby. And then he flies into the air.
You pick up babies.
Is that how you do it?
That's how you pick up
that
babies.
Explains
That's how
things.
we do it.
Okay.
He flies up to the air and then just like smashes him face first through a 20-story building from the roof down to the basement. right? Just a boom, 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 right?
Every floor hits.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty sick.
This seemed to upset Kazuya, so he literally turns into Satan, and that begins round 4.
Yeah, Devil Jin.
Round 4. Yeah, Devil Jin.
Devil Jin.
Devil
I love
Devil
Jin.
Kazuya. Sorry, Devil Kazuya.
Devil Kazuya. Jin.
That starts round 4, right? Of your battle. You've now had 4 fights. You then okay. So once you whip his ass again, like a rented Pontiac,
I see why you took notes on this.
Yeah, it's a lot. Kazuya flies up in the air and starts brain lasering every satellite in the sky. They show a camera view out in space, and they show his brain laser coming out of his like third eye, devil eye, and just like wiping out every satellite in space. Which, of course, is the perfect time after that's done to start an international television broadcast to all of humanity.
As you do.
But there's no cameras in sight, and obviously, satellite feeds are down.
So he's talking to
everybody, because they show it on every screen in the world. He calls every world leader.
But they shot the satellites down. Maybe it's overall like global antenna powers.
Don't underestimate the power of Devil Kazuya.
Oh, he's just broadcasting from his devil brain.
From his brain, right? His unicorn horn.
The devil cast.
He's now on every television on the planet. He calls every world leader a pussy and announces the first King of the Iron Fist tournament. Oh, by the way, if you don't prove your might at the tournament, you and your entire country will be wiped from the earth. Bang! Tekken 8 title screen. Right?
Sweet.
Good, right?
Wow.
Money on the table.
That's
Can't
pretty
tell me you're not interested.
Honestly,
that's pretty good.
It's Tekken, and I didn't expect anything less.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's great.
I had to play it.
I feel like
I'm like 5 times.
I feel like I've opened the door to like, some sort of marketing scheme, and you've just started talking at me about like, can I tell you about this game called Tekken?
I was about to say
are you in or what? I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah.
Get in.
I was gonna say sometimes I'm like, people play Tekken. Like, what if someone says like, why should I play Tekken with all these other things? Just play that. What Briar just said for the past 5 minutes. Just play that.